Where did I see? Where was it? Another country allowing Bitcoin. Where the fuck did I see that?
There we are, cuz.
Cause someone video on Teams. He's on Teams. Cuz, where do you get your hair cut at? My barber is on maternity leave.
In Slatington.
At that guy on the main street.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Poppy Sanchez. I don't know his name, but I drive by him and I see that guy in there with the...
Now we should be good to go. We're pretty much linked in right to the juice. Core and I were on this morning. He had a question about CCV Vault that I was able to walk him through.
Sure.
Which is cool. I dumped some milk at 8:50, and she came back down to like 6. So I have my milk now that I currently have full free, right?
I saw it dip down. It was around 7 this morning when I was checking it out. Are you muesli?
Yeah. Is this? You see, I got some WMT, some World Mobile Token.
Hold on, cuz. Let me see. There's a lag in audio if I pull up the YouTube. If I pull just up the FaceTime, it goes back to normal.
Right.
So that's what I gotta fix on my end somehow. So I don't think that's you. I think that's me.
Yep. So we had a live chat going. I mean, and we can just sit here and we can straight.
Because they've got to get super chats going too once people start coming in.
That's what I'm thinking, like, and I'll be on a feed, but you're gonna have to rifle through and figure out what questions are important, what shit we have to go over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta create a script, like an agenda, like similar to how Ben does it in his team. Like there's topics.
Yes,
various topics.
Yeah. Yes.
Either. Obviously Cardano. I imagine it's going to be heavy Cardano.
Right, because that's the community I want to build and I'm passionate about. However, it can't be one-sided. It can't be all Cardano all the time.
It's a big world out there.
That's it. It's an ocean. We can't... I mean, I am almost what would be considered a maxi as far as Cardano. Because I am in it. All of my projects are in it. I mean, you can see my portfolio right up on the screen right here. This is all down all the time. You know?
Because what is it? You think if I click on that link just through the laptop, though, maybe there'll be less lag.
Because I believe we are going to definitely be better on the FaceTime.
Alright, I stopped it live for me. It's double dipping, I think.
Yes. Alright. But that's the way I can share my whole screen with you. You know?
Yeah, okay. I gotta figure out how I can get quality audio on my end, or a quality feed on my end. What kind of camera did you buy, cuz?
It's, I have the box down here.
Amazon, or where'd you?
Yes, Amazon. It is a.
Right on top of the screen, correct?
Yeah, Logitech CX or C920X Pro HD webcam.
Alright. It'll probably be beneficial and make more sense to something like that. That'd probably be the route to go.
That, I have a Yeti microphone, I have a $25 microphone arm, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to buy a little like converter card to be able to stream live, but that's it. I mean, Core can get in this chat too. I mean, he had questions this morning. He's like, you got to get in on the CCV Vault Discord. And I tried to get in, and it's tough.
Because I'm going to try something. I'm going to hang up on FaceTime, but I'm just going to purely do it on the surface. I want to see how that pans out.
Okay, sounds good. All right. And this is what I can never get to work, is the darn Discords. Hello.
And there's one of my cousins.
What's that?
I said, there's my young cousin calling in to see what he has to say.
Oh, what there's, yeah, absolutely.
Nothing on the surface end. Absolutely. Nothing on the surface end.
There's just going to be a little bit of lag. That sucks.
Cuz, that sounds bad on the audio.
So,
Watching the stream.
what I would almost have to do is I would almost have to put an earbud in, have you and Corey on the earbuds. The questions you would ask, I would just have to, or you'd have to type in the chat.
Or they come with on the screen. You gotta figure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the daily topics for the day? Like, do it like in a 30-minute segment. You know what I'm saying? Like, bang out like a mini, like, set that as the thing, and then go over certain topics of the day. Because like every single day, there's something big, and like what you can do. I mean, this is a whole role. Like, I know, like, Ben probably has a dude who does all this. Find the articles early in the morning, and so like put the agenda together for the show itself, and then like you know what you're talking about for that day. Like, have all the tabs ready to rip, ready to share. Have built out PA beforehand. If you see things, you know, in the morning that you want to share.
Yes.
Potential directions. They do that. They brought on Frankie Candles on BitBoy. They're killing it, bro. They are killing it. They just got the new warehouse. They're stepping up TA. It's a whole trading. I think it's called like literally like Frankie Candles Trading or something like that. They're gonna be heavy on cuz. There's two ways to make money on Bitcoin. It's not just when it's going up. If you time it right, throw in a short on the way down. You can make bread.
Sure. And like, even these charts go to show, like, there's still money to be made. Like, there is, I said this yesterday, there's massive buying pressure. If you, Dan did a video, Crypto Recruiter. And he said that, you know, there's massive buying pressure at $1. And even me personally, like, every time it dips.
There was a good chart comparison from the .com bubble and 2020-2022 Bitcoin. And like, if the trends are similar, we might be on a big upswing. Cause I don't. Maybe we did in a way bottom out, and we are in a way up. That's also a potential thing. Dope. That'd be straight fire.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but this is where you see it. If you're, I mean, this is continuation of the downtrend. I mean, there's your, you know, that's what they're saying, the 54 cents, so right in there.
Oh, aye.
And like, I said yesterday, I said, if that happens, like, I'm backing up the Brinks truck. Like, I'm figuring out how to get money. Dude, I'll sell my car and I'll walk for a year. You know what I mean? Like,
shoes at that point, guys. I'll sell you my shoes. That's
it. And if my feet hurt, I'll hop up and walk on my hands, because that's how pretty much confident you are in the Don at this point. I mean, it just built up in a month, 1 month's time of being locking value. I mean, your total locked value is almost 100 million right now. Bam. There we are.
What the heck was I gonna say? If they ever hit those prices, because my immediate goal with Cardano right now is I want to get to the point where I'm earning essentially a Dono per day. So like, I want in my epoch, I want at least at minimum 5, right? So that means every epoch I'm earning 1.
Right.
That would be very ideal. And I was trying to run the figures in my mind. What's ADA even at right now? Exactly 110.
110. We got up to 116 or 17, I believe. It's 111 right now as we sit.
When I'm plugged into CCV 4, I'm currently earning 1 per epoch, like 1.1 per epoch.
Right.
So, actually,
you need times 5. Yeah.
I got to 5x my holdings. That's what I'm saying, right? So about 10 to 12,000 Cardano. That's what I'm shooting for. 20% there, 20% there, 20% closer than I was, a few months ago.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's at 1.12 here, and the market cap is 35 million or 35 billion at this point. So, I mean, for it to times 3 is not a ton. Like,
what would a result be?
Times 3, that would just put it at a $90 billion market cap. Is that correct?
Yeah. Gorilla math it for sure. It's not out of the realm of possibility either. I feel like this whole year is going to be a good year to buy, especially in the months that we're in right now. Just a lot of bullish stuff happening. These guys that we talked about yesterday, Hydra coming in June, right?
Yes.
Sometime.
Yep.
Everything's just going to scale. The money locked in is going to scale. It's going to be faster. It's going to be more efficient. More opportunities, and even hopefully like for NFTs, because we talked about this about 2 weeks ago. Some of these bigger projects that are launching, like launching Cardano NFTs, I love that it's getting more attention. However, some of the launches are totally congested. Like when I got that Soho kit, my transaction didn't even go through to the next day, and like I was like, what's happened to my 45 ADA? I was like. I must have sent a transaction more than once because like I wasn't getting any type of update or notification that it was going through, and like that was really the first time I've ever experienced the congestion.
Right. This is so cool that we can just get into a space and talk. It's just we got to figure out a way to get you guys on the audio end and on the screen end so we can communicate effectively. Because
I don't know how, I gotta get that Logitech camera. That's what I'm thinking. I gotta get the camera and just feed everything through that because it has a mic built into it too, I imagine.
I don't know. I got the Yeti. Check. But yeah. And I believe you can hear you in the chat, so you can hear the questions you're asking or hear what you're saying.
It's just when I have this going live with that right next to the thing, it has that piercing sound that you don't. That's like 2 mics getting close to each other.
Got you. Okay. But that's so cool, man. I wish Core was in here with us. But here's what I see, man. This was at 12,000 last week. The Q for Sunday swap. So they're substantially hammering down on the on the transactions in the queue.
Last time I saw your order book, it was heavy with pending orders.
We'll get to that in a second. I'll come right back to that.
Heavy.
Let's see. Are we close to 800K yet? We should be. Oh yeah, baby. Here we are, smart contracts. Not even 6 months after launch, approaching $1 million. I put that out on Twitter. That's the only thing I missed on by the end of the year. Total lock value, they smoked it. I mean, I believe they're right in line with expectations. I mean, the problem was everybody's expectations was so high on Cardano because people had 6 years to work on this. So they expected this on switch to get turned on and shit was just going to be full-fledged, full bore 100%. And unfortunately, that's just not the way it works.
Well, the path they're taking, you can do the smash things, move fast, but look what happened to Solana. What did they say? Like six hacks or 6 leaks or something in the past 6 months. That's not a good average. Or that's what it boils down to.
Yes. So,
Sunday is holding up. Sure, it might be a little congested. It still keeps adding new features as it goes along.
And that's exactly what I see. I mean, it's still working. It is still working. That's the biggest thing for me. Oh, no, I thought we were lagging. That was just Sunday swaps. Connecting to my wallet is taking a minute.
What's Lux Algo telling you on the charts today?
Milk 6.57. This morning they looked good. This morning they still looked promising. However, I mean, it's still showing a strong buy on the 4 hour, whether it be ADA, whether it be BTC is still on a strong buy, but looks to be in a little bit of a fight here, right?
Pez, I got a question.
Go ahead.
So, at Muesli and I have Sunday both pulled up, right?
Yes.
Sunday's displaying 0.68 ADA per Sunday, whereas Muesli's displaying 0.82. Why is there such a discrepancy?
Well, okay, great question. If you just look here, because of its order book model, right? You have buy and sell orders. So you have these buy orders right now at 1 ADA, right? But the problem is they cost you, I'm lying if I tell you a number, but it's between 1 and 2 ADA per transaction, okay? So that transaction doesn't benefit you to sell, right? So yes, you're scooping these things right now at 60 cents per ADA on Sunday Swap. However, most of those transactions, in my experience, haven't been filling. The price slippage does not catch up. The order does not go through in time to allow for that trade. So this is where I usually buy, right here, because I pretty much know that order is going to go through. Now, since we're the only two in here, I can tell you, I have fluctuated this market with about 60 grand before. I fluctuated the price by buying the lower orders and see how it goes from 0.65, 0.65, 0.75, 0.75. But then you get 0.7, it jumps, and then 0.74, it jumps. That's like when you saw with milk. Like I showed the chart for milk yesterday, and it's sheer insanity.
Yes, it's 6.9 for milk right now. It looks like it's taking a little bit of a breather.
It needed to. It needed to consolidate, man. It was on $1 a day,
Nothing but green.
January 8th. I mean, not even 1 month ago, it's 1.5.
I'm even looking on January 1st, 0.58, a half an ADA.
Yes, before that was 0.33. Yes. But these guys have consistently delivered, and that's the thing that's been cool about it.
I'm thinking with Muesli. Is that why I feel like you've been using that more so than any of them?
Yes, because it works. I mean, the transactions go through. Yes, it takes 15 minutes. Same concerns that you have, Corey had, same thing. They put their transaction through. They're like, what's up? It didn't show up yet. But that's got to get built into the next block. So there's already a queue there. But within the next usually 15 minutes, Muesli Swap works pretty efficiently.
Okay, that's okay. It came up 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, and then like I updated it. Actually, it was reflected in the order, the pending orders.
Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, all these are huge. All these are huge.
Let's see. Price by hour. Yeah, she took a little bit of a breather. Okay.
Yes. But she, like I said, it needed to. I sold. I mean, if you, this, I mean, I got a good one. Look, right here.
I guess I can't see.
That is, okay, that's 1K World Mobile Token. I sold it at 8.5 and I bought it at 3.2. So, I mean, if that's not good money, yes, you don't hit on every one. You're not going to hit a home run on every one. But sometimes, yes, you have to look at what play is this? Is this a short-term play? Is this a long-term play? I put a video up yesterday. My first mistake in investing was not pulling profit when it was there, right? That's what allows you to be a trader / investor, or you have to keep your 9 to 5, you know?
Volume's low on World Mobile Token right now.
Well,
Man, point 0.6.
see, I like circulating supply too. I like things with low float. Like if you look at WMT, what is it? Right now, circulating supply, 227 mil. So 228 mil. If you look at milk.
So, cuz, like, I can go in, I'll buy it, set my own limit order, and say I want to pay half an ADA per World Mobile Token. If it gets filled, great. If it doesn't, great. It's not a big deal.
Correct. It will sit in the queue. It will sit in the queue. And yes, if it dips to 0.5, hey, and you can always cancel your order.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I can even say about Sunday Swap. The canceled orders go in a different queue, so when you cancel them, it doesn't take 3.5 days. The things I believe that are in the queues are the buying and selling of liquidities.
All right, my cuz. I'm gonna unplug. I gotta go eat dinner. I'll be in touch.
Okay, guys. Love you. Have a great day.
Best crypto in Cardamom County. Here we go.
My man. Here we go. All right. Talk to you later. Just to finish your question, cuz the charts, I mean, we're on a 4-hour chart. Trading sideways. So the next few hours will be a good indicator. ADA. We'd like to see continuation. Very simple. We'd like to see a steady upward movement this way. So let's just see how that plays out.